7th party of my 70th birthday with 7 near and dear friends. And we are here at the Queen of the West on a Lewis and Clark day, meaning rain and fog. Now let's take a look and see what a cruise aboard the Queen of the West, a 5-day cruise, really looks like. Rain, crowded Friday afternoon traffic. Everyone was delayed getting to the hotel, and here are the last arrivals. Saturday morning, day 1 of the Riverboat cruise. On board the Queen of the West and along the Columbia River on American Cruise Lines. There are 47 crew and 120 passengers. It's 8:35 in the morning, and I see Jacob has a beer in his hand.
It says coffee right there. It's a cold brew.
Now at 11:15, we are boarding the Riverboat. Captain.
You go to tour and then you come back, and what time is it time for? Cocktail hour. That's right, at 5:30. We start cocktail hour at 5:30. We'll have fresh hors d'oeuvres, complimentary beverages, also non-alcoholic beverages. At 6:30, we start dinner. So 6:30 to 8:15, anywhere in between then. We like to do, just come in whenever, so we can get you ready for entertainment at 8:15 and 8:30, where you will have fresh root beer floats, ice cream sundaes, fresh popcorn.
And we are now underway, heading towards Astoria, leaving our hotel and heading underneath the I-5 bridge. This is the 4th deck stern, very pretty. You have 2 pieces of equipment for exercise, an elliptical and a bike. It's 12 laps around the deck if you wish to exercise. Little 2-hole putt-putt course on the 4th deck as well. The Riverboat really moves along. A quick 14 knots. Covers lots of distance fairly fast. The log stacks means we're in Longview, Washington. It is Sunday, and we're in Astoria, actually in Lewis and Clark, Oregon, visiting the first Fort Clatsop in the western United States.
This one takes off at 9:15, so I'll make an announcement at 9 o'clock. In 15 minutes, at 9:15, please join me at the gangway, and we're gonna board the bus to go to Clatsop.
So this is the actual size of Fort Clatsop, where Lewis and Clark and his entire expedition wintered in the winter of 1805, 1806, waiting for the snows to disappear before they headed back. And we are experiencing Lewis and Clark type weather, where it rained here every day, but of their 100 days, it was only sunny 11 days. The whole purpose of this fort was to put that flag up so that they could claim it for the United States. A Newfoundland.
A Newfoundland, 150 pounds. That's an average size male.
On the Lewis and Clark expedition. Did the dog survive the entire adventure?
He did. The last mention is July 15th in Great Falls on the way back.
This is Captain Lewis and Captain Clark's room. The whole expedition was a little over 2 years, and they mainly ate elk while here at Fort Clatsop. This is a life-size statue of Sajuia with her baby, Saint Baptiste. She was 17.
5:30 p.m. and it's complimentary. Tonight, during turndown service, I'll put the ship to shore in your room along with a shuttle schedule. So you'll know where the stops are and what time you can expect them to be going by there.
The locals in Astoria say the Liberty Theater is where Clark Gable got his first acting start. The history books said he was here in an acting company. But this is where he met his wife, so who knows? Maybe this is where he did get his acting career. She took him to Hollywood. I'm at the Sunday Astoria Market, stoneware by Cheryl. There's Cheryl, who makes all of these pieces and puts plant inside of them.
Okay, you'll enjoy them for years to come.
Now we're going to proceed up to the bridge.
You know, however the throttles here goes is how fast the hydraulics is going to turn it, whereas ours is a little bit different and actually can.
Stanley is in the center of our table. This is the birthday party.
He made it up for you for scratch, you'll never celebrate. So happy birthday. We just want to say a very happy birthday before we celebrate. Hey!
Thank you. Thank you.
White red line, won't you steal away my mind? White red line, won't you steal away my mind?
Monday morning, Columbus Day finds us hard aground on a sandy spot along the Columbia River. We are heading to Mount St. Helens, and just based on the view across the Columbia, we're going to see nothing. Disembarking at a unmarked stop here near Kalama. Here's the view of the mountain from the observation point. And this is really all one can see of the destruction 5.5 miles away from the mountain. As we return from Mount St. Helens, the Calliope is playing. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner dining room. And there's all types of fresh fruits and pastries available for picking up by yourself. Plus, on the table is a changing breakfast menu. And also on the back of the breakfast menu, you pick your lunch and dinner entrees. In beautiful Hood River, the Queen of the West is docked on this windy but sunny day. 220 feet long, 50 feet wide, 2,000 tons, 120 passengers max, 47 crew. The small paddle wheel actually works. It's good for about 5 knots. On small river boats, the captain of the vessel also helps with provisioning. The morning tour is the Multnomah Falls, the waterfall. Going to the bridge 0.2 of a mile. Some might go to the top of the falls 1 mile. This is where we hike from, the lower lookout. And this is what the waterfalls looks like from the bridge. We're not going to be able to continue the hike up to the top of the falls. One last look at these magnificent falls, 640 feet high, second tallest waterfall in the U.S. after Yosemite that flows year-round. Lunch is at 12:30 or 1, depending when the tours get back. And then we have to find the Klein family table. Hood River is the wind capital because the wind funnels through the gorge, and it is also where half of the pears in the United States are grown, right here in Hood River. This is what a real stern paddle wheel looks like, much larger than the one on the Queen of the West. This is the main lounge where they do happy hour in the Music at night and the lectures are all done here. And there's a bottomless bar. If they've got the liquor, you can have it, and it's all included and free. It's our last class. It's 5:30. As always, there are people that want to go to happy hour in a half hour. It's time for the best of Eric.
Well, you guys have to give yourselves a hand because you were receptive to what I had to say. You were willing to practice, and hopefully that it's going to give you guys benefit in the long run. So many people think of exercise as, oh, it has to be hard. Oh, it has to be long. And I think that's what really dissuades a lot of people from doing exercise. So the way I want you guys to think about exercise as a foundational skill upon which you can build later.
Who's the river we've been traveling on these last several days. So please welcome Mr. Woodrow Wilson Guthrie, aka Woody.
Hey, Woody.
Well, hello. Today is, this land is your land, and this time is your time to tell me about what your favorite parts of the cruise were.
Well, let's put the phones away. The trip is almost over, and here is Bliss and Eric, our Tucson contingents. Did you guys have a good time on this 5-day cruise?
Yes, we did.
Did you have a good time?
I did.
I had a very good time.
Thank you, Leslie and Janice.
Our power is turning our darkness to dawn. Roll on, Columbia, roll on, roll on. Go ahead, Ed.
I think the favorite part was just being part of the Magnificent Seven. And
well, it goes without saying, being with everybody, meeting new people, getting to know people, these two, and beyond that, just being on the river, because I have seen the river in bits and pieces, but never actually, applied it all this distance.
I mean, it's not really my river, this land is your land and everybody's, but I suppose I've been associated with it, and so I'll take just a little bit of that credit. Not so bad for a hayseed from Oklahoma. And, thank you to my good friend Leslie for bringing all of these folks here on this cruise, and for inviting such a wonderful cast of characters like me.
It's 5:30 and happy hour time. The lamb chops are excellent, as is the barbecue pork, and bacon wrapped potatoes. Very good. We are coming into the shipping channel of the Columbia and heading back to Portland. Just a few more hours to go. And I went back to Bliss's comment at the beginning. Would this be the absolute best and most fun party of the 7 that I've had? Chinese cooking class, a lot of fun. The cruise from Vancouver to San Francisco, that was fun. The third party was having people come aboard, friends, Greg and Nikki and the other Nikki, watching the Cutthroat Jigsaw Puzzle Contest. That was great. And then we had other parties that didn't really involve friends, but they were still part of it. And this was the finest of all 7 parties.
Aww.
As the sun sets, we are moving back to Portland on our final evening through the gorge, the Columbia River Gorge.